Good morning everyone and welcome to the class. We are doing the chapter what is government, and in the previous class we have completed our discussion of this chapter, and now we will be doing some extra questions from this chapter. The questions which are given at the end of the chapter, we don't need to repeat those questions in the extra questions, okay? And answer to these questions will be provided to you through Microsoft assignments, okay? So today we will be doing extra questions from the chapter what is government. So first of all, the most important question from this chapter, the first question is what is why we need government? Why do we need government? The answer is that you write down the answer. When human beings live and work together, there needs to be some amount of organization so that decisions can be made. This is done by the government. Okay, so this is the need of the government. This is done by the government. ये आपका आंसर complete हो गया. Okay, and now we see the next question. Next question is how does the government manage to do so many works? How does the government manage to do so many works? The answer is that you write down the answer. The government works at different levels. The government works at different levels. Dash. First, at the local level. First point हुआ आपका at the local level, which means the government at the village or town level. The first is the government at the local level. Dash देके आप लिखेंगे the government at the village and town level. Then the second is the government at the state level. The government at the state level. उसके आगे उसको एक्सप्लेन करेंगे. State government covers the entire state. State government covers the entire state, like Uttar Pradesh or Bihar. Then the third is national level. इसके आगे डैश दे के लिखेंगे, इसको एक्सप्लेन करेंगे. द गवर्नमेंट एट द नेशनल लेवल. डैश दे के लिखेंगे द गवर्नमेंट विच वर्क्स फॉर द एंटायर कंट्री. द गवर्नमेंट विच वर्क्स फॉर द एंटायर कंट्री. सो इस तरह से आपका आंसर होगा 3 पॉइंट में. फर्स्ट हो गया गवर्नमेंट एट द लोकल लेवल, सेकेंड हो गया एट द लेवल ऑफ द स्टेट, थर्ड हो गया एट द नेशनल लेवल. और इन तीनों को आपको एक एक लाइन में एक्सप्लेन करना होगा. ठीक है. देन वी हैव नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज What is the prime function of government? The answer is the prime function of government is following. First, to make laws. The prime functions of government is following. Dash देखिए आप लिखेंगे. First, to make laws. Second, to execute laws. And third, to punish those who do not follow the laws. To punish those who do not follow the laws. So these are the three prime function of the government. Okay, and now we come to the next question. The question is, what can the people do if they feel that a particular law is not being followed? If they feel that a particular law is not being followed. The question is, what can the people do if they feel that a particular law is not being followed? The answer is that you will write down if the people feel that a particular law is not being followed, then they can approach the court. They can approach APPROACH. They can approach the court and claim that the law is not being followed. They can approach the court and claim that the law is not being followed. So, this is your question. What can the people do if they feel that a particular law is not being followed? And the answer is, if the people feel that a particular law is not being followed, they can approach the court and claim that the law is not being followed. Okay, and now we come to the next question. Now we have next question. The question is, what are the different types of government? So the answer is there are two types of government dash. First is the democratic government and the second is the monarchical government. Okay, democratic government first and the second is monarchical. Monarchy से बना हुआ ये word है monarchical. Okay, and now we come to the next question. in your at the end of the chapter, there is a question about the essential features of a democratic government. So we will cover that question during that जब आपको वो असाइनमेंट देंगे उसमें वो हो जाएगा कवर. तो अभी हम लोग करेंगे कि व्हाट आर द एसेंशियल फीचर्स ऑफ अ मोनार्की और मोनार्किकल गवर्नमेंट. Write the essential features of monarchy. So what will be the answer to this question? In this we will write first following are the essential features of monarchy. That's the first point. The king or the queen. The king or the queen has the power to make decisions and run the government. The king or the queen has the power to make decisions and run the government. First point. Second point, the monarch may have a small group of people. The monarch may have a small group of people to discuss matters with, but the final power remains with the monarch. Second point. Okay. Then third point, kings and queens do not have to explain their actions or defend the decisions they take. King and queens do not have to explain their actions or defend the decisions they take. So these are the three important features of this monarchy. Okay. And now we come to the next question. The next question is, what do you mean by universal adult suffrage? Okay, what do you mean by universal adult suffrage? So the answer is when all adults in the country are given the right to vote, then it is called universal adult franchise. Okay. And now the next question is, what is the or we can say why is the universal adult suffrage important? So we will write down the answer. The universal adult suffrage is important because the first point is the representative democracy cannot function without election. The representative democracy cannot function without election. Second point, elections are meaningless if all the adult citizens are not given right to vote. Elections are meaningless if all the adult citizens are not given right to vote. Next point. So universal adult suffrage makes our democracy real and meaningful. Okay, so this is the importance of, हो गया, ठीक है, 3 पॉइंट हमने कर लिया. अब हम नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे आएंगे. What do you mean by what do you mean by representative democracy? And our answer is, in representative democracy, the answer is, in representative democracy, people do not participate in the functions of the government directly. People do not participate in the functions of the government directly, but they choose their representatives. They choose their representatives through an election process. They choose their representatives through an election process, full stop. These representatives make decisions for the entire population. These representatives make decisions for the entire population. Okay, so this is representative democracy. Okay, and now we come to the next question, which is, when did the American women get the right to vote? Or in which year? We can also write, to be very very precise, we can write down in which year did the American women get right to vote? The year was 1920. So the answer is, the American women got right to vote in 1920. And the next question is saying, in which year did the women in United Kingdom get right to vote? यूके में कब मिला? यूनाइटेड किंगडम क्या है? ब्रिटेन जिसको हम कहते हैं, तो उसी को यूनाइटेड किंगडम भी कहते हैं. यूनाइटेड किंगडम में पूरा का पूरा ब्रिटेन, वेल्स, स्कॉटलैंड, सब, आयरलैंड का भी एक पार्ट है, ये सब मिलाकर के यूनाइटेड किंगडम है ना. तो यूनाइटेड किंगडम में कब मिला था वुमेन को? द वुमेन गॉट this right to vote in United Kingdom in the year 1928. Okay, so this is your answer. And now we will go to the next question. So the next question is, the question is, who were not given right to vote? Who were not given right to vote in the earliest democracies? So the answer is the women, the poor, the propertyless, the women, the poor, the propertyless, and the uneducated people were not given right to vote in the earliest democracies. Okay, now we have this is the last question. How did India become a democracy? The answer is India become a democracy as the result of a long and eventful struggle of the Indian people. Okay, so we have done extra questions also from this chapter, and now we move to the next chapter. Okay, so now we have chapter 4. And the name of the chapter is Key Elements of a Democratic Government. Key elements of a democratic government. Okay, so you are going to study about the democratic government in detail in this chapter, and you will be made aware of the key elements of democracy by the example of South Africa. South Africa, the country which was under the colonial rule of British, just like India. South Africa was also a colony of British, and this South Africa was under the rule of British up to the year 1994. In April 1994, the country became independent, and they got independence by a long battle. बहुत लंबी लड़ाई के बाद इनको ये आज़ादी मिली. And this their struggle is very much important in order to understand the importance of democratic government. By the example of South Africa, you are going to know a new thing like apartheid, which was exercised in South Africa. What is apartheid? Apartheid is when the discrimination is done by the government on the basis of the color of the skin of the people. So what we find, what was happening, what was the condition in South Africa when it was under the British rule, that there was not only different treatment given to the black people and the white people, actually there was complete segregation. What do we mean by this? सेग्रीगेशन का मतलब होता है, अगर इसको हम सिंप्लीफाई करें तो इसका मतलब होता है सेपरेट. So under this British rule, okay, under this British rule, what was the practice in South Africa, that everything was separate for black people and white people. They were not supposed to use the same public facilities. Everything was separate for each group, and this led to atrocity on the black people. They were not allowed any kind of participation in the government, which is one of the most important key element of the democratic government. When we have a democratic government, then it is a must that there must be the participation of the people. This participation of people may be indirect. Only at the time of election we can see the direct participation of the people. Other than election, there is no means to the people to participate directly in the government. But through elections, through this right to vote, people participate directly in the election. Other than this, there are other tools. Other tools are also there in the hands of the people, like people protest many times if the government takes any decision which is not which may be against the interest of a particular group. So what that particular group do, that particular group can protest against the decision of the government. They can जुलूस निकाल सकते हैं, धरने पर बैठ सकते हैं, रैली निकाल सकते हैं, है ना. These are the various methods of participation. It's not that only elections ही हम participate करते, that is direct participation. But when we are protesting against the decision of the government, when we are sitting on dharnas, and when we are when we are doing this rallies and all, these are also different we can say different types of participation. Not only this, when we read newspaper, when we watch news, and when we discuss with each other about the political matter, about the political issues, that is also a kind of participation. It means that we are very much aware of what is happening around ourselves. Whatever the government is doing, we are very much aware about the activities of the government, and we are free to criticize the government. This is democracy, है ना. ये डेमोक्रेसी का की एलिमेंट होता है कि इसमें हमें ये सारे राइट्स मिले होते हैं कि हम अपना अगर हमें गवर्नमेंट के कोई भी काम हमें नहीं सही लग रहा है, वो हमारे ग्रुप के इंटरेस्ट के अगेंस्ट है, तो हम उसको ओपनली क्रिटिसाइज कर सकते हैं, है ना. This is one of the important element. Other than this, there are other elements also, like whenever people live together, there will be conflict. But in a democracy, what happens that this conflict is resolved in a peaceful manner. That is the most important thing. Conflicts will be there, but what is important that these conflicts should be resolved in a peaceful manner. And not only this, there should be equality. Everyone should be equal. Everyone, the status of everyone should be equal, and everyone should have the right to live a dignified life. So these are all the elements of a democratic government. We will discuss all these in detail in the next class. So this is all for today.